Hi, Chito. Thank you very much for saying yes to this.
Thank you very much for having me po. It's a pleasure.
You know, when I heard na kasama ka sa The Voice Generations, hindi naman ako nagtaka. Kasi, I mean, of course, you're Chito Miranda. Pero, kumbaga, ano yung factor na nagpa-oo sa'yo para tanggapin mo ang The Voice?
The biggest factor, I think, is my wife. Kasi talagang kinonvince niya ako. And I was reluctant to do it because, again, I'm not really comfortable na maging part ng mainstream television because I'm sobrang annoyed ako sa sarili ko, so I hate seeing myself, mas lalo na to be on a platform so big. So parang
Totoo ba to?
Nag-aalangan ako. Pero so sabi niya, you'll be fine. Tapos buti tinanggap to because sobrang enjoy. Music videos are fine, pero when I see myself na mag-guest sa mga kahit anong mainstream show, parang lalo na mga interviews, talaga hindi talaga ako comfortable with that. I'd rather just play and sing. At least yung music video, in a way, meron kaming control over it. So in a way, I'm fine, but I don't really watch it kasi I'm easily annoyed with me. So
why?
That's the main reason.
I mean, totoo ba yan?
Just like before this interview, I said, feel free to edit every boring thing that I say because I just find myself so boring. Sa totoo lang. So, yun lang yan. Pero I appreciate that they trust na.
Alam mo,
na-appreciate ko na tinatrust nila ako.
Pero, babalik tayo sa The Voice. Ano ba ang hinahanap mo sa isang talent bilang isang coach?
Ang hinahanap ko talaga ay syempre given na maganda yung mga boses. Sanay naman ang mga Pilipino sa mga kapwa Pilipino na magaling kumanta. Sanay sila sa mga biritera, Parang kahit saan magpunta sa Pilipinas may magaling kumanta. So ang hinahanap ko, aside from that, which is parang normal na sa Pilipinas na magaling, naghanap ako ng charisma, yung talagang you will root for this artist. Di ba, marami mas magagaling sa kanya kumanta, pero pag siya yung nag-perform, may mararamdaman ka na something na something certain that uplifts you or inspires you or basta tas unique din because I don't want to have another artist na meron na tayo before, parang ganun. So yun yung talagang true to, and syempre siguro third, which I don't know, hindi mo malalaman agad, pero gusto ko sana hardworking, alam mo yun, never late, andang makinig, pero still professional.
Ano ba yung sa tingin mo na gusto mong as a seasoned performer, gusto mong i-impart sa kanila?
Unang-una talaga, gusto ko talaga ma-realize nila is, first of all, you should have fun. Wala siyang sense kung hindi mo siya na-enjoy. Walang sense gawin lahat ng ginagawa natin as performers kung hindi ka naman masaya sa ginagawa. So yun yung gusto ko talaga mag-gets na. Pero at the same time, they need to have the discipline and yung grit ba? Yung kumbaga, aside from the discipline na doing what it takes, meaning gawin, Parokya is always on time. We're always early. Even after 30 years of doing this, talaga our managers make it a point to, so yung mga small things na ganyan. And always, pag nag-rehearsals, alam mo na yung gagawin mo. Alam mo yun, it matters to me as an artist, parang ganun. Tapos, that's the discipline part. And yung pangalawa naman, yung grit, meaning, yung tipong hindi susuko but since they're having fun, they don't care if they fail because they're just having fun. So that's what happened with Parokya. Ang tagal namin before we made it big because we were just enjoying ourselves and we never gave up, parang ganun. And dahil ko sinasabi, if you give up on this dream, then it's not for you, parang ganyan. So kunyari may mga hindi matanggap or hindi natalo or whatever and they give up, tama lang na mag-give up ka na because this is not for you. Pero pag one failure doesn't, kumbaga hindi ka natinag, tama ba yun?
Natinag, oo.
Kumbaga tuloy-tuloy ka pa rin and nagawa mo yung dream mo, then dapat lang kasi hindi ka nag-give up. But again, it's not for everyone. Sometimes kahit hindi ka nag-give up, minsan talaga nothing happens, but mas may chance yung hindi nag-give up kesa sa hindi nag-try.
Dito ba sa The Voice Generations or yung being a coach, may nakikitaan ka ng merong substance talaga at yung sa tingin mo that person will make it in the business?
mga napili na po ako na nakita ko may potential sila as performers. Pero again, kumbaga sa ligawan stage, nakita mo lang yung physical attraction pa lang yan.
Mm.
There's so much to know. Pagdating mo, mukha siyang basagulero, pero pag nakausap mo at nakatrabaho mo, doon mo malalaman ng ibang pala yung work ethic nito. Doon lang namin malalaman yun once we get the interactions there. So, that's a start. How they answer and how they address you, how you talk to them with respect. Do they answer with respect pabalik ba? Ganyan. So, yun yung mga medyo simula pa lang na pakiramdaman, pero we'll get to know them more as we go, as we proceed with the show, and hopefully makikita ko talaga na galing nito talaga. And so interesting, mas lalo na iba yung dynamics, may mga kids, may mga grown-ups, and everything about it is so interesting.
Tito, let's talk about personal stuff. Okay. We'll talk about your wife first. Alam mo, for me, napakalaking revelation ni Neri as a businesswoman. Lalong-lalong na nitong pandemic.
Nag-start siya na wala siyang alam sa business. Nag-start siya na wala alam sa pag-handle ng money. And ayoko sabihin na tinuruan ko siya pero sinabi ko sa kanya what I do when it comes to handling money with my businesses. Tapos, she's a very good listener. Pero and a very good student. Pero aside from being a good student, she's a great learner. So, kumbaga, ito lang tinuro ko yung basics. Nag-research at nag-aral at nag-try hanggang talagang ngayon, amazed ako kung paano siya when it comes to business, tas nag-aral pa siya ng business, tinapos niya yung course niya, tas ngayon nagma-master siya ng business. In a year, magtatapos siya ng masters.
Ano ka pa, na-overtake ka pa.
Oo, hamak. Talaga ngayon, I-ask her na, when it comes to technical stuff na, pag ganito yung alam niya na talaga yung all yung mga business. Tapos minsan ang gagaling ng mga naisip niya business. And she started from someone who doesn't know talaga na mag-handle ng anything.
So nang nagkakilala kayo, you didn't see it in her?
No, totally wala. What I saw in her was someone who knows how to take care of someone and how to value a relationship. Na parang galing naman ito. Parang when I'm sick, she'd make an effort to bring food. Mga ganun ba? Nung nagpapakitan pa lang kami sa isa't isa. Which I never saw the girls that which dinedate ko nung time na yon kasi sanay sila yung sinusuwi ng mga boys. Parang ganun. Tapos, ito, wala siyang pakialam doon. Basta, may sakit na puntahan kita dyan. Parang, sabi ko, ito yung, parang pinapakita ito.
Wife material.
Wife, pag ito yung makasama ko habang buhay, ganyan ko siya titreat. Hindi ko na talaga pakulan. That's why I treat her the way I do. I always make her feel na how lucky I am. Parang ganyan. Tapos, pero, when it comes to businesses, wala. But what I noticed about her was, coming from humble beginnings, nag-aral siya kunyari, fine dining. Hindi niya alam. So, aralin niya talaga. Buy books and everything about her is self-taught. Parang ganyan. Tapos, kung may manutunan man siya, pag iigihan niya pa mas lalo, hanggang umabot sa point na memory, alam niya na yan by heart. So, same thing with business. Nag-start siya with walang alam. Gastos, ubus pera, alam niya. Okay lang, may taping naman ako, meron pa ulit next Tuesday, ubos na yung pera niya for the next taping. Alam mo yung ganun, hindi niya pa kinikita, wala na yung perang hawak niya. Then I started na, this is how you do it, don't spend money. Mga simple things na don't spend money na hindi mo pa hawak. Tapos, kung kumita ka ng 15, tago mo yung 10, yung 5 lang pagtripan mo, eventually yung...
Kasi nga, may nabalitaan ako na ikaw daw, parang sobrang yung laki ng percentage ang iniipon mo, onti lang pag kumikita ka. Totoo ba yun?
Oo, lahat talaga ipo. Lahat
ganun ka kasino.
Save and ano lang ako, save and invest. Tapos kung ano yung matirang barya, then I spoil myself with that maliit na bagay. Parang ito lang, just kahapon may binili lang ako na toy car na parang 6,500. Alam mo, pinag-isipan ko pa talaga kung gagastusin ko yung 6,500 na. It's just a toy. Parang and 6,500, I know it's mahal naman talaga yung 6,500, pero it's compared to what I normally earn, parang yung 6,500, pwede mo nang bigay sa sarili mo. Pero ako yung tipong pag-iisipan ko muna, parang ganun ako. Parang,
kailangan ko ba talaga to? O gusto ko ba talaga to?
Parang natatawa na nga lang sa akin yung mga tao na pagbigyan mo, grabe ka naman magtrabaho, okay na yung bili mo yung toy niyan. So, nako-convince ko yung sarili ko na bilhin yung toy. So, ang saya-saya ko, naglalaro ako kanina. It's a small toy car.
Teka muna, Chito, wait. itong si Neri, syempre, sa showbiz lang ako ng konti
Yeah.
Buti hindi siya nagsiselos kasi knowing that, of course, she's married to a rock band member.
I think people just view, kala lang nila ganun yung lifestyle ng mga may banda. Parang ganun. Pero I think a lot of people will be pleasantly surprised na ang dami kong mga, kunyari sa mga kamikaze, yung magugulat ka ng mukha. Sorry, I keep on referring to kamikaze kasi hindi ko pwede gamitin yung mga band members ko as an example because mukha naman talagang nerds yung mga kabanda ko eh. So it would be not surprising kung hindi sila rock and roll lifestyle. Pero kunyari sa kamikaze, mukha silang todo tattoo and everything. Pero there's such sobrang bait nila sa family tsaka anak nila. They never never sila na-associate with a lot of girls. Alam mo yun, kala lang nila ganun yung lifestyle because when you play, siguro maraming magaganda at mga even artistas siguro and celebrities, they love watching rock bands compared to kunyari may mall show ng isang artista, hindi magkakandara-para pa yung kapwa-artista nila manood ng artista lang din, parang gano'n. So, feeling nila, ang dali siguro ng chicks. I think, if you're gonna play your card na gano'n, pwede, pero it's not, hindi lang talaga kami. Maybe
I'm looking for that term. I just can't remember it. Groupie.
I don't think kasi sorry, ang groupie kasi sa amin is medyo negative yung connotation na parang groupie is the people you sleep the girls who
yun nga eh.
Girls. Well, the people who watch us na kunyari sorry, I keep on referring to 12 Monkeys kasi that's where kumbaga medyo mahal kasi doon, expensive talaga doon. So medyo yung mga social at mga konyo-konyo. So the best looking girls are there, parang ganyan. It's easier for us to approach them and say hi and have connections and be friends. Pero they don't go there to throw themselves at the band. So it's not they're not really groupies. They're just there to enjoy the band.
Exactly.
Pero hindi ko ina-assume na pagdating dyan, ako gusto kong halikan nito. Never. Wala ka mararamdaman na ganun at all. They're just there to enjoy the band. Pero you have a bigger chance of saying hi kasi you enjoy your music and you could approach them then because they know you already. So it kind of gives you an advantage, but it doesn't make them a groupie. They're just mamaya sampaling ka pa niya kung bigla approach mo feeling groupie na gusto ko banda ako.
Feeling pogi,
like
gano'n.
Diyos ko, hindi po talaga gano'n. Walang gano'n. Maybe some bands talaga, kunyari yung banda na Franco, pogi niya talaga, surfer talaga siya. So I totally understand why girls throw themselves at...
Hindi kasi diba yung gano'n ang dinedepict ng mga movies eh. Diba na parang lalo na pag yung tungkol sa mga rock bands, diba? Or kahit na mga pop bands. Meron silang gano'n. May following sila na gano'n.
Then we had our share of mga gano'n. Pero yung it's not hindi super big deal. Tapos again, siguro may slight advantage kasi it's easy to approach na after mo tubog-tubog. Kunyari meron kang artista na sobrang crush. Nanonood siya. She likes her band. Ang dali lapitan na hello, gano'n. Pero you can't assume na gusto na ako i-date na to. You still have to play your cards right to get to have a connection with her. Pero siya groupie na tipong titilit-tilit tas gusto kong halikan sa stage. Parang wala namang ganun. Wala pa akong ganun.
Wala.
Yun lang yung so again, pero with my wife, I think also she trusts me enough kasi first of all, I have a lot of gorgeous friends na kaibigan ko talaga. And one thing that we have is trust. So, nagtiwala naman talaga sa akin yan. Parang gano'n. So, hindi siya nagsiselos. And pangalawa, not naman confident. Hindi mayabang, pero she's not, never na insecure si Neri with any other girl. Kasi she knows her value. I make her feel how valuable she is. Pero aside from that, even if I don't do it, mayabang yan na, swerte ka sa akin. If you don't, kung hindi ako na-appreciate mo, I'll be appreciated somewhere else. Ganun siya eh.
Totoo naman. Hello, nagmamasteral na nga, di ba?
So hindi siya nagsiselos. Kasi point, kung gusto mo dyan ka. Parang hindi niya...
Ipamimigay ka talaga.
Go ahead. Ba't ako makipagsiksikan? Parang ganun. Ba't ako maglalaban? Parang ganun lagi sagot niya eh. Pero I never made her feel naman threatened with anyone. I always make it a point. And makikita naman niya how I am with my friends na talagang gusto walang mali siya talaga.
Ito, may pinapatanong sa akin, if ever ba gusto ni Neri bumalik full-time sa pag-aartista, papayagan mo?
Ako papayagan ko, pero ayaw niya na.
Ay, talaga?
To be fair, na-enjoy naman niya talaga maging mag-artista because she feels that, alam niya yung challenge siya, iyak ka dyan. Tapos pag nasabi na, galing ng ginawa, or alam mo yun, natutuwa siya, pero it's not something na pag nako-compare niya to what she's doing now, na ngayon, stressed siya right now, hanggang 8 p.m. Tapos na pala, yung class niya from 5 to 8. Stressed yan because, not naman stress, pero tutok, it's so hard, sobrang hard ng work. Pero, mas after niya gawin yung ngiti niya na nagawa niya, parang iba yung fulfillment.
Iba yung fulfillment, oo.
No, tapos, after niya, may meeting pa siya with mga business partners and everything. She's enjoying what she's doing now more than mas na-enjoy niya yung ginagawa niya ngayon compared to what she was doing nung artista siya. Nothing against that, pero I totally understand why she'd rather do this full-time. Parang ganyan.
Mas iba na yung facet ni Neri ngayon, ano? And I'm sure mas attractive na siya para sa'yo.
Oo, talaga naman na may crush talaga ako dyan.
Ever since.
Oo, talaga. So, wala. So, and again, that's something also na sobrang na-fascinate ako about her is because ang hilig niya she keeps on trying to improve herself. Alam mo yan, always trying to learn, which I think is so attractive para sa akin. So talaga amazed ako na natutuwa talaga ako sa akin.
And you are a father of 3.
Yeah.
How are you as a father? Like parang, do they know that they have famous parents? Ano ba? How do you tell them?
I think they're aware, but it's not that sobrang hindi big deal sa kanila yan masyado. Parang dati naalala ko lang para sabi sa akin ni Dad, parang you're as famous as Gordon Ramsay. Parang tatawa, yun yung ano niya, idea niya ng sikat na si Gordon Ramsay. So parang sabi ko he's more popular, sabi ko kasi kilala siya sa buong mundo. And we're also very lucky kasi they're so well, ayoko sabihin na well brought up kasi parang taking credit. They're just good children talaga. Na syempre medyo outspoken, medyo pilyo pag tinanong mo, hindi sila tanggap na ng tanggap. They always question, which I appreciate also. They always question na why do we have to sleep early? Kasi it's a weekend. Parang ganun ba, hindi sila sunod-sunod lang. Pero but you have to take time to explain and they follow naman. And as a father, ako yung kalaro nila. Pero ako yung good cop, si Neri yung bad cop. Kumbaga siya yung mas strict.
Ay talaga? Mas good. In some households, baliktad yan, ha?
Yeah, siya yung magsasabi na aral muna kayo, finish your homework bago kayo maglaro. Ako naman, kakagaling lang sa klase, laro muna silang titas.
Ikaw yung spoiler.
Di naman spoiler, kasi I'm also very strict when it comes to doing the responsibilities. Pero siya talaga, hindi, aral muna bago laro. Ako, hindi, laro muna konti, tas aral, tapos laro na lang ulit after. Parang ganun ba? So, okay, good cop. Pero, if they step out of line, parang alam nila na wag nyo nang hintayin magalit si Dad. Parang, pero hindi naman ako mabot sa magagalit, pero parang, kalaro nyo ako. Parang,
don't mess with me kasi ako yung kalaro nyo.
Tatanay ko lang naman, are you waiting for me are you trying to make me angry? No. Alam na nila yun na, okay. So, ganun lang yung dynamics namin. Kahit naintindihan ko naman yung kalokohan na ginawa niya, pero you need to keep them in line pa rin.
Yes, that's true.
Kahit yung basic respect lang. Kasi minsan, dahil English, hindi na sila nakapagpo. Ganun ba? I value sa akin yan na or kunyari tanungin sila ng mom ko, na jokingly din naman, tapos sagot nila jokingly na, no way, gaganon na sila. I know you're just trying to be friendly with your lola, pero you still need a certain amount of respect. Okay, gano'n naman sila.
Ito na lang yung question ko sa'yo. You have 3 kids na. You have 3 wonderful kids. Yeah. Any plans of adding another one?
No. Si Neri, honestly, she wants one more.
Bakit?
Because yung reason ko talaga is gusto ko kasi I'm already 47. Gusto ko masolo ko na si Neri at dalhin siya sa lahat ng mga lugar na gusto niya puntahan. Kasi sasabihin niya, Daddy, dalhin, manonood siya ng may makikita siya ng magandang lugar sa Europe or whatever, dalhin mo ako dyan. Dadalhin kita dyan. Pero we can't do it when we're still focused tayo sa kids eh. Gusto ko medyo mag-grow up na yung kids enough to leave them for a month or so. Pero ngayon, hindi pa ready because Cash is only a year and a half. So, pag medyo nasa 5 and 6, 7 years old na yan, na medyo, sige, excited sila, magstay sila kay lola nila for a month. Kasi yun lang. Kasi gusto ko siyang masolo. Kumbaga kami naman ni Mami, kumbaga gusto ko, nasa age pa rin ako na pag naglakad kami ng sobrang layo, tara ikutin natin yung buong city na yan. Lakad
Kaya
tayo.
pa. Nung wala kang tungkod.
Yung hindi pero, yung kailangan mo i-pace yung sarili mo na, pagod ako dyan, papapagod ako, wag masyado. Hindi, gusto ko tara, train tayo to ganito. Sige, kumbaga while I'm still, parang nasa peak pa yung katawan mo na, sige, train tayo going there, akitin natin yung bundok na yan, tara. Kasi gusto ko siya masolo na at mabigay sa kanya yung mga dreams niya na puntahan. So, with that, naintindihan.
Chito, let's talk about parokya ni Edgar.
Okay.
30 years. Grabe. I mean, I have to remind myself 30 years na yan. Grabe. Na-expect nyo ba na, tatagal yung career ninyo up to ganito, 3 dekada?
We had no expectations sa band eh. Kasi it was just for one gig. Then it became para magkakanta lang kami sa intermission ng speech contest sa mga batchmates namin. Then we were invited to other batches and later sa Harap na Buong High School. And that was the goal. It was just that. We had no long-term plans. We just wanted to see how it feels to be in a band. Kasi nung time na yun, idol namin E-Heads, ganyan, mga Nirvana. So we just wanted to feel we just wanted to experience. Pero wala kami goals of making it big or doing it for as long as this. We had plans. Kaya after na graduate, one of our original guitarists went to UPLB to architecture na siya, isa nag-teacher, ganyan. Because wala kami plano. Tapos we just kept on playing because those who were left behind just wanted to play and we kept on getting invited po eh. So kada invite, gig kami ng gigs, mamaya padami yung gigs, palaki, mamaya bigla kami binayaran, di talaga kami makapaniwala. May pera tayo, parang ganun. Una, 300 pesos, tapos susunod, 800 pesos, tapos bigla nakakuha na kami ng malaking gig and it was unbelievable for us because as kids, we didn't have that kind of money, parang ganun. So, parang, bilhin na tayong drum set, bilhin na tayong PlayStation, and then it just kept on happening po until na-realize namin ang tagal na namin. Parang ganun.
Pero ito wala pa akong nakikitang or na-attenan na video session na hindi kinanta ang harana.
Nakakatuwa nga po eh. Salamat. Pero,
pag ikaw ba naiimbitahan sa gano'n, kinakanta mo rin yung sa video, okay?
Sa totoo po, hindi po ako mahilig kumanta sa video kasi 2 reasons. Kasi first of all, talaga hindi ko alam kung ba't di ko abot yung mga kanta namin sa video ako naman nagsulat noon. Tapos pangalawa, parang para siyang work for me na parang lagi ko sinasabi na huwag nyo napakantayin. Imagine mo may kaibigan kang artista dito, sasabihin sa'yo, umacting ka nga dito.
Oo nga.
Parang yung feeling
sige
ko.
Nga, umiyak ka dyan.
Kasi, iyak ka nga dyan, tingnan natin. So parang, it's just how I feel na, sige, kanta ka dyan. Naman, trabaho ka na to. I'm with you guys to enjoy. Don't ask me to sing. Parang ganun. Kasi may mga times na nagiinuman, tapos nandiyan yung paborito kong gitarista. Pag kumanta siya, hindi ko talaga matanggihan. Gusto ko talaga kantahan yung gitara niya. So, kahit kantahin niyo yung gitara, kahit kantahin yung harana, alam nyo, mas lalo na nung pandemic and we just nag-hangout lang ako with my friend who's such a good guitarist na hindi siya member ng parokya kasi they were all in QC. Whenever he'd play, I'd be inspired sobrang to sing na umabot sa point yung mga parang pag nagja-jam kami parang normal na kanta mo yung harana, kakanta lang ako kasi ang sarap-sarap kantahan yung gitara. And, pero when they request me to sing, parang nahihiya ako. Pero pag ako pag medyo naka-in-on na tapos, tara, kanta tayo!